recording. Hello, hello, beloved souls. Welcome to Inner-Tainment. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Today is the Magician card. I love this card. I love the energy of the card. I love the alchemy of the card. I love the manifestation of the card. I love the taking everything you got, what's in front of you, and using it for your highest and greatest good. I love the Magician card. Love it, love it, love it. So today's energy is going to be super dope. I'm so excited about all of this. I woke up with like angel bumps all over my body, and I've been so energized all day long. And I know the Magician is like really fiery energy. Yeah, just like that initiation, motivation. So I don't know what's going on with this beautiful day, but I feel it. 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 So I'm so excited to do all of this with everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's
Turquoise Majesty with her gorgeousness.
Hey, darling. On this
What day is it?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it.
I'm just over here shuffling up and catching the vibe. Trying to make sure I got these. Girl, I'm talking about without fail. I separated these cards one time.
Of course you did. Of course you did. He knew what it was. He's like, what's up, ma? I'm ready to come out here and play.
It's my party. I can cry if I want to. Look at this nigga. Like, it's my party. Of course I'm going to show up. What was you saying?
Girl, what you
immediately. Like, can we open the door, sir? Sheesh.
With the magic, with the alchemy. He's already showing us what it is.
So you know bumps. I said from now on, like, we just gonna shuffle and then find that card in the deck and see what's in front of it and what's behind it.
Woo, woo, woo.
I had not even really shuffled them damn cards. So we already got this here pimp type player. Mackin, the Mackin magician in the building.
Mm-hmm. Coming strong in his own reading.
We already got the star of the show. Like, my God.
I love it.
I actually need a minute, but okay. We'll keep it right. That's crazy, yo.
I love it.
The man is face down in this deck, right? All the cards in this deck were facing the other way. He the only one facing this way. Guess who he facing?
Oh, my Lord, tell me.
The Queen of Cups.
Okay, full moon and Cancer energy. That's what we're doing today? That's what we're doing today?
We realize
that's what we're doing today.
This emotionally intelligent, intuitive, psychic, nurturing, mature female energy in our lives.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I'm about to put a jacket on. I can't take it. Oh.
This is some real two energy, yo. Cause see, the magician, he got his own cup on this table. You know what I'm saying? His cup right there. We ain't even got a chance to introduce the man properly. It's already popping, yo. He got his cup.
Yep.
Right now he holding on to his one, but he got it. It's on the table. It's on chill. It's on top. And she's sitting there holding her cup.
Like a toast. Cheers. Like a toast. Like
that's
a
toast. Real two cups energy. Because she holding hers. And he got his. He's aware that this is within my treasure chest.
It's like on his vision board.
Yes,
puts the cup down to represent that Queen of Cups in his life. You know, he puts the freaking wand down. Oh, I can't wait to see what else. I can't wait to see what's behind it. You got me tripping right now.
I'm coming with it. My boy got his wand up to the sky, drawn from the energy of the cosmos and the sun. This is sun energy. It's bright, just like the food. Who is at the top of the deck? facing the opposite
This is
way.
why I be throwing my decks. This is how stuff like that will have me throw my deck across the room. Like, yeah, that's what y'all doing.
Hey,
I'll be like, what the hell?
Girl, I never forget I did this girl reader one time. This one I just started. It was a friend of somebody I was friends with at the time. And so she had the same deck of cards at her house. And the card that I had pulled during her reading, she was like, she had just pulled it the day before. Girl, I was on the floor weeping. I was like, Lord, I don't know what you're doing in my life. This too much. I can't even say that right now. I'm really used to it. Like I'm forever in awe of God. But
I can't every day. Every day. It doesn't matter how many times I pull cards. It don't matter who I'm pulling cards for. I will still sit there and be like, this is amazing. Every day. Every day I'm in awe. Every day I'm in awe.
So little buddy connected to the Most High, getting his energy restored. And little mama sitting here with her cup, she ready. She focused on showing up as the emotionally sound and mature individual that she is. The Queen of Cups, she's a healer. She get the best hugs. The best sugar.
Right.
And she can tell you about your past lives.
Well,
she can tell him his homeboys ain't straight. Them is not your people.
Right.
It's a fraud.
Right.
That's that Queen of Cups energy. She gonna love on
healthy, mature love.
Because she loves herself.
Love.
She gives from her overflow. She knows it's important that her cup be full, and not only just full, but overflowing before she give and extend love to someone else. Now, I can't wait no longer. We're going to come back to the power of the magician, but I got to see what's behind, bro. Yeah. What he got his back turned to. I need both hands for this.
I know you do.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Hey.
She about to throw.
If ever there was anything you need to turn your back to.
Wow.
The stress and anxiety, the worry, the nightmares. The what if this shit don't work out? What if I ain't enough? Get out of your head.
And into your heart.
And into your heart. Get your ass out of that bed. And to your table. Girl.
Use what you got in front of you to make it happen. And if you make the magic happen from your heart, you're not going to make a wrong move.
Who would that say? Say it with your chest.
Kevin Hart. Say it with your chest, little nigga.
Chest, little nigga. My God, yo.
Yo, early out the gate. Out the gate with it. He came out the gate with it.
Damn.
I already love that card. The fire, the magic, the alchemy, the using what's before you, the using of all the elements and everything coming together. And here he is, like, let me remind you, do not overthink this process. And as long as you in alignment with your heart, it's all good. It's about to be popping. Ooh, baby.
Oh, that magician coming out the way it did. I wasn't even at the point where I was just finna pull the card. I was just finna shuffle. The fact that I looked down and he already staring me dead in the face, that y'all cut the chit chat, let's get
it. I'm ready to make some magic happen. I'm ready to transform my life. I'm ready for a change right now. I'm ready for this alchemy. What are y'all doing? Yeah,
I got things to manifest and alchemize. I ain't got time to play with you.
I ain't got time. I don't got time for the worry and the stress and the nonsense. No, we got
y'all catch up later.
Okay. Text her. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Y'all talk after class. Up in the lunchroom. God damn. Damn, Zaddy. Yeesh.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back to wow.
Listen.
So, the magician. The star of the show. Turning his back to 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords energy. stress, anxiety, living a nightmare. This right here is not only being in your head to me, but it reminds me of that movie Groundhog Day.
Oh.
Where you go to sleep and you wake up and you do the same shit over and over. You keep reliving the same situation. You feel like you in a damn house of mirrors and you can't get out. Like that's the type of energy the Nine of Swords gives me.
Wow.
It's being in your head so much that you're bringing negative energy to your reality. Anything you do throughout the day in this type of energy, you might as well have stayed your ass in the bed that day.
Right. Self-fulfilling prophecy of negativity. That's all that is. You in your head long enough, right? You're creating that momentum of negativity, and now that's what you're gonna get. It's like, oh, my life sucks. Your life sucks because you've been saying your life sucks all day. Now your life sucks because your life is responding to you. Didn't have to suck, but that's how you started.
Get your hand out of your head out of your hand. Get up out of that bed, wash your ass.
Right. Open the windows.
Look in that mirror, say your affirmations, and get your ass to this table.
Right. We got work to do.
You got work to do. And all of the tools are already laid out. They're already within you. They're already present and accounted for. Because the magician, represented by the number 1, he's the first stop on the fool's journey. Last week, the last episode, we introduced you to the fool. He done put that knapsack down. He done opened it up.
Took his tools out.
He took his tools out. He done laid them neatly of some real Virgo energy on the table, real in order, so he can see what he got. He done jumped off that cliff, and this is where he landed. Still in sunlight, but just in a different destination.
Still standing.
He moved. He got up out that bed. He repacked his bag. Yeah. And he got the fuck up out of the place where he once was most comfortable, but is no longer comfortable anymore. He moved out of his comfort zone, and it's crazy because I had just seen 12/12, which is symbolic of getting out of your comfort zone. And he set out on the fool's journey. He took his sword, his wand, his cup, his pinnacle.
Okay.
And he jumped off that, and his dog, because you can't keep my dog. My dog coming with me. Wherever I go, my dog going with me.
Right.
That's my dog.
Another one out the gate. Out the gate with it. Another one out the gate with it. Yep. Yep.
These are the things that I value. Therefore, they're going with me. My experiences, my emotion, my memories, my energy, this communication, my ability to communicate, all of it is what I value. My connection with the Most High, that's what I value. That's all I need on this journey. That's what I'm taking with me. I'm out. Deuces. And he arrives at this table because, see, now I got to unpack my baggage. But the good thing about unpacking this baggage is I have faith that everything that I brought with me is for my good, that can be used for my good, is a resource to be used for my good and for me to manifest that which I desire to bring into fruition in my life.
Right.
And then he does all of this, taking inventory of, taking advantage of, trying out the tools that he has in his possession underneath this infinity symbol. The infinity symbol here speaks loud and proud to the fact that he is connected with this wand to the sky as though it is a conductor. His spiritual connection connects him to the limitless source of God's abundance.
Amen.
I could shout right now, but I got on some little shorts, and I'm pretty sure if I stand up, some of my butt cheeks.
You listen, because you preaching. You preaching. I think. Listen, you giving me church. You giving me churches. These energies are overwhelming.
Listen, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a video I did one time. I was out at the park, and I was thinking about the scripture, and I don't remember exactly what it is at the time, but it was the one about forsake not the assembly. And in that moment, I thought about, you know, how they use that scripture to speak about backsliding, not coming to church, being a participant in the church. But what came to my spirit, what I was channeling, was taking advantage of each of the resources provided to you. That water energy, the emotion, that one energy, your spiritual and creative energy, producing a sacral chakra, your pinnacle, making sure that things in the physical, your resources in the physical, you're using, be it the gifts of Mother Gaia, your energetic currency in the form of money, your sword. Don't underestimate the power of your sword, because that is your thought and your communication.
Right.
Use your communication skills to manifest what it is that you desire. Its manifestation is getting all of that in alignment. Right. You hear that knocking? That's my washing machine. Sounded like it's damn possessed. Using all of that in alignment to manifest what it is that you have set your sights on.
Yes.
You ain't set your sights on it because it has not come into fruition yet. Right. But that's the specialty of the third eye. You can see it without it being in physical form. You're going to see it before it becomes a quote unquote real thing. Mm-hmm. As above, so below. God's storehouse of abundance is limitless, and we are heirs to it all.
To it all. Every single part of it. There is no exception to the rule. There's no exception to the rule. We all got access. We all choose to use that access? Not necessarily. Are we all at the table with our tools ready to make it happen? No, some of us are still outside with our bags, looking around. No, that's the card of let's get to business. That's the card of, all right, you went for a walk, you figured it out, you found a place to settle. Good, we good? All right, it's time to get to work, because I'm trying to create something here. Time to get to work.
That's in the
solar
kitchen.
Plexus.
What they say in trap language, it's the trap. This the trap house. This the scale and the stove and
nigga at the table, bagging up. Listen.
The baggies and the.
Because it's the first of the month, nigga. You got to get it going. It's the first of the month. What we doing? Get at that table and get this money.
Represented by the number 1. That's independence. That's some solo action. All by yourself, you manifesting that Queen of Cups energy with your tools and the limited source. Because whatever ain't on this table that he need, he got this infinity symbol right there. All he got to do is summon the power of God within him to receive it. Okay, God, I need a suit to take this Queen of Cups on the date with. You got me?
Facts. That's facts.
Next
I think people are so, they don't want to ask God and ask the angels for things. So I'm like, God literally wants to help you with every and anything. Every and anything. There are prayers on how to poop. There are prayers on food. There are prayers on clothes. Like literally, if it's important to you, it's important to the Most High. So if this is something you're working on, this is something you're working on.
Childlike innocence we got to get back to. You got to ask God for what you want, like you Santa Claus.
Daddy,
like back when you believe Santa Claus was real.
Please. I promise to do my homework. I promise I clean my room. I promise to do all my chores. I promise I won't hit my brother again. I promise. Yeah, all that. All that.
God like saying that.
All that.
Just wait. Wait and keep your eyes open for it. Believe that you will receive it. That same faith you stepped off that cliff with, have faith that I'm going to deliver. Right. It might not come down no chimney like that white guy. I guarantee you it ain't.
Right.
But it's coming, and believe that it's going to come. Get in alignment with it. Amplify your alignment with what it is that you just asked me for. You do your part, I do my part, we're gonna make it happen.
You take one step towards God, he'll take 10 steps towards you. But you got to take the first step. You have to take the first step. What do? Get to the motherfucking table, take your tools out, and get to work. But you have to get to the table.
You got to get to the table.
Unpack the bag. You got to bring the tools with you. You got a whole lab available to you. Bring the tools with you. Open the door.
And it's not a matter of going to find the tools. You already got them. Just use your discernment to weed through, declutter what you have, decide what you're going to take with you and what you're not. You're a sex coach.
Mm-hmm.
I liken that to, we all come to these relationships at this point with sexual experience. You know what I'm saying? We've tried some things, we've done some things, we know what we like, we know what we don't like. We still have not experienced some things that we may like and not like.
Right.
But that's like sexually, just taking the time to sit and think about, based on your experience, what you've done, what somebody did to you, and what you liked, and then what you didn't like. Mm-hmm. And then when you move forward into that next relationship, use your sword to communicate to that person. I like this way.
Right.
I don't like that.
I don't do that hole, but you can do these holes.
I'm not bringing that into this situation with you.
Right.
But I am giving you the home run advantage.
Giving you the best that I got.
Star song. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to figure out what it is that I like, even though that's a journey. I know based on that experience that this is what I like. So I can use my sword to just tell you. I can communicate with you.
Right.
I like my feet rubbed after a long day at work.
Right.
You're not obligated to do it. I'm just telling you what I like. Because I'm giving you my cup. That's my love language when you rub my feet.
Right.
That shows me that you've taken into account what I like or what I love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that sort of thing. Just be mindful of what you're bringing on the new journey with you.
Right.
And bring it. So we're going to get into
and be willing once you get there to look at the bag and go, maybe I didn't need that too. And leave that alone. Sometimes we bring things with us thinking that we're good, and we might have to let go of some more things along the way because we realize, you know what? I didn't actually need any of that part.
Yep.
I want to start over. I want a blank canvas.
I can't tell you how many times I've taken a trip, and when I'm packing, I might need this. Let me put this in the bag. Half the shit in the bag I ain't used when I got there.
Never. You bring your whole house with you, and then you got to bring it all the way back. I'm not listening. I've learned to travel light. I've learned to move light. I'm like, what's the most important things that I need? Birth certificate, social security cards, my ID, my kids. All right, we good. I got my wallet.
Let's go.
I'm out. I got a charger in my phone. We gone. I need just one tarot deck, and I'm good. I don't gotta bring all of them with me. I'll bring a mini one with me.
Period. That sounds like fun. So look, the fool that jumped off this cliff. Along the journey, he done landed at this table. He done unpacked, laid out all his resources on the table. Okay, I got this at my disposal. I got that. So now we're going to explore the numerology of the magician, because the magician is the master manifester. Mm-hmm. We're going to speak to that one energy that helps the magician step into his power. If I can never get to the page, bam. It says 1 represents the male principle, the yang. It is the pioneer striking out alone, seeking the experiences which will establish its distinct identity. It is in the process of discovering its own abilities. That's him with that wand, like, this thing works. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how you use this.
It's like, oh, there's a loaded weapon there. Be careful.
Okay, I ain't used to using my heart. Let me pick this cup up and see what it tastes like. You're trying things to see how they work.
Right.
You haven't mastered it yet, but you're working on it. You're getting closer and closer. Right. It's just the beginning. You know how we be in the beginning. Baby, we do one YouTube video and expect to have 1 million views. Guilty. Come on already. One thing I love about you, and then I'm going to get back to the numerology. Both of us are at a point and are far removed from giving a fuck about the numbers. It's the work for me, sis.
Listen, I was guided to give a message. That's what you're going to get.
Obedience to the Most High God.
It'll go to whoever it's meant to go to when it's meant to go. I don't have time to be sitting there looking at algorithms if I'm not doing none of that. Because if I had to do all of that, none of this would be happening. If I had to sit there and do that, this wouldn't be happening. I would have already tapped out. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Because I'm not doing that.
And yet you still manifest.
Listen.
Still manifest.
Because we're obedient. If nothing else. If we ain't nothing else, we're obedient. With nothing else, we are obedient.
Showing up for the free. Because we're being rewarded by that infinite abundance of the Most High. I can't tell you how many experiences I've had where I knew that was God's thank you and pat on the back for the work I do with Turquoise Majesty. And it wasn't in the form of a greenback. Nobody's dead president was on it. Not a Grant, not a Jackson, not a Tubman, nobody. But God still showed up and compensated me for the work that I do.
Right.
So abundance and prosperity don't always look like, but it definitely includes an increase in your finances.
Praise God.
It says, what was you saying, sis?
Praise God. That's it. Praise God. Praise God.
It is raw energy, positive, original, and creative in a state of perpetual motion. Since one is alone and is imbued with so much creative energy, it must decide how its energy will be used. It must take command and have the courage to maintain its direction without fear of opposition. One is the real I am of humanity. I am in capital letters.
Yes.
The unity of all. The unit of vibrational measuring. It is self-consciousness. The key words for the magician and the number one here are original, independent, aggressive, individualistic, creative, dominant, the first in a series, the start of any operation or activity, the leader, the pioneer, the boss who likes authority, he who goes forth.
The leader, the boss. Like all I could hear was like Rick Ross. Boss.
I'm the biggest boss that you see thus far. I'm trying to tell you, man, look. The magician is not an energy by no stretch of the imagination to sleep on, yo.
Absolutely.
You planning on bringing something into fruition, stepping out into new territory, creating anything, you're going to have to tap into that magician energy. I'm likening the magician to having a song in mind, but needing to actually get in the booth and bring it to fruition.
Right. But he at the table, he can hear the beat. He at the table, can hear the beat, writing down, sitting there looking out the window. He's getting it all together. He's getting it all together. I love it.
From moment to moment. Okay, let me play with the volume. Turn my snare up.
Where the bass at? Where the bass at?
Give me a
I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself. Turn my music up.
And then look, even accepting that the imperfections in the process may be perfect. Missy Elliott was talking about how on 4-page letter, when she was in the studio with Aaliyah, and she was telling Aaliyah to do something else. And Aaliyah kept saying, up some more, up some more.
Oh.
And when they played it back and they heard it, she was like, perfect. And they kept it. And that's one of the iconic parts of that song, but it was a mistake. It was never meant to be a part of the song.
I love that.
You're gonna make mistakes. Believe that even they are divinely orchestrated to be a part of your story, your journey. Forgive yourself.
They give you the resilience. They give you the knowledge. They give you the know-how. They give you the tools. They give you the experience. Because he's starting as like the magician, but he's not nearly done. We're only on the number 1. He is just starting to learn about himself. He's just starting to learn about the tools that he's been gifted throughout life. He's just starting to learn to use every aspect of him equally and lovingly, and that it's not separate. Yeah, it may look like it's apart, but at the end of the day, it's all together.
Tapping into your own magic. Yo, you know what? I guess I'm in a real sexual energy today.
You got the right one.
You got the right one, baby. Look, I imagine that's like for a man, a little boy, an adolescent, the first time they make themselves climax. I can do this to myself with my thing. Same for a girl. Or the first time you give head and realize that I got the power. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that magician energy. I can use my tool to get that reaction.
Look, Mom, no hands.
That, yo. Because sex is creative energy. And the magician is the creator.
And what was he looking at when we opened up this deck? That beautiful divine feminine in her Queen of Cups energy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was dope as shit. So for my Bible scholars, we're going to look at briefly the number 1 in the Old Testament, which is on page 111 in this book. Then we just had that 111 portal.
Because you can't make this stuff up. Don't even get me started.
Because you can't make it up.
You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Even if you wanted to. You couldn't. Even if you wanted to. If you wanted to, just like open the book.
Because the magician is that, and I'm telling you what they say. The magician is that energy that God, source creator, was in when he said in Genesis, the first book of the Bible, let there be light. Genesis 1 and 3. The first spiritual emanation was light. Can't you see God if in physical form standing there with that red robot robe on, red represent passion, with that wand, let there be light? I can see it.
We all can see now because he gave us the light. Okay. Don't even get me started.
If our soul continues to follow the light, we will get back to our source. 1 stands for a beginning, a new start in unity. Whenever you're in the beginning of something, you're in that magician energy, whether you know it or not.
Right.
You either in that light side of it, manifesting more light, or you in that shadow side of it, manifesting more dark.
Yeah, we do have to address the shadow part of the card, because as much as we love his alchemy, he's also just stepping out of the full energy. So we need to remember that there's still a need for maturity. There's still a need for accountability. There's still a need for responsibility. And he's learning all of that as he's looking at the tools in front of him, as he's looking at the table. Because now he's going to start to realize, I'm not only making the magic, I'm responsible for the magic that I'm making. I'm responsible for the things that I'm alchemizing. I'm responsible for my life because I'm the one that made those choices and made those decisions. Since I sat at the table and this is what I created. So now I got to deal with whatever I created, come good or bad.
I have to be a good steward. So now that we have explored that Old Testament application for the number 1, we're going to jump to the New Testament. We're going to speak on that shadow side, and then Sis going to bring us an oracle message to bring it on home.
Bring it all home.
In the New Testament, 1 is the 0 made more manifest. Last segment, we talked about how that full energy was when things were manifest.
Mm.
Once you get to that magician stage, you've made some progress on the fool's journey, but you still in the beginning.
Right.
You're no longer in that bed stressing. Exactly. You're no longer in that bed stressing with the swords above your head, with your head in your hand, with that ugly ass.
The woe is me card.
You're one step closer to that Queen of Cups.
Well, but
it's still a journey.
To the Queen of Cups within yourself, let alone the one that you're going to receive as a divine counterpart.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the magician, being a masculine energy of action and logic and bringing in the other elements to balance and alchemize and get in alignment, he's working towards understanding his feminine energy better.
Right.
And that is in many ways what that means, to be moving towards the Queen of Cups. But it says here, it is the self, independence, and unity. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. John 1:1. One is the basis or cause of a beginning. It's a start, a creative idea for expression.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing I didn't expound on last week, because I hadn't yet got to that part of the book, but this book actually has a whole damn breakdown on all the tarot cards and their numerology. And I mean, not just the major arcana, it has even the minor arcana.
Nice.
And so I'm going to read briefly, try to make it brief, even though I know we got time, the magician description. And then we'll talk a little bit about the shadow side before sis wrap it up for us. So it says the magician represents the conscious mind, which by concentration and single-minded attention to a specific idea or goal can draw upon the force from above. In this way, the idea or goal will take form and become a reality in the material world. By his posture, the central figure clearly indicates that he's merely a channel through which life force flows. The identical ends of his wand graphically represents the axiom, as above, so below. The horizontal figure 8 symbolizes the Holy Spirit, dominion, strength, and infinity. Since a horizontal line is the ancient symbol for matter, this glyph represents the conscious mind's control over earthly things, when that mind directs the life energy through fixed attention upon a specific goal. The magician's undergarment, symbolizing the light of perfect wisdom, is encircled by the serpent of eternity, biting its own tail. The red outer garment of passion and desire, which has no binding, may be slipped on and off at will. Thus, the conscious mind has perfect control. I'm going to leave off on this part here because this is something I wanted to expound on. He's standing in a garden in that card. The garden is the subconscious mind cultivated by attention from the conscious mind. Red roses represent desires, while lilies represent purified thought, untinged by desire. Every moment of our waking consciousness is motivated and conditioned by some kind of desire, which must be elevated to a higher plane.
Wow.
As we set our sights on higher ground, we have to know that we are being fueled by our desires. Everything we do is fueled by our desire, whether it's our desire to protect ourselves, our desire to better connect with one another. We get up and go to work because it's our desire to have safety and security and a roof over our head and to eat good how we eat. We lay down at night because we have a desire to get some sleep. Everything we're doing. So be mindful of your desires. Which leads me to the shadow, because those same desires can lead you, if left undirected, if left for you to take advantage of people with your tools. You're no longer, you're a magician, but your magician energy looks like manipulation. It's like being
because they're not they're taking the magic and making it a parlor trick as opposed to using the magic as the alchemizing tool that it is. The shadow side, you're like, look at here while you're doing some shit over here. It's like, oh, ignore what I'm doing behind my hand. Like it's that same illusion, that literal fake trickery that, like this is a like a magic trick, like a rabbit out the hat type of thing. Ridiculous.
Yep. That's that manipulator, that player, that thief, that person who, let's say they have the gift of gab, but instead of using it to encourage people and uplift people and to create art in the form of song, poetry, to teach or motivate in some way, they use it to undermine and manipulate and to speak ill on people.
You see it within like the hip hop community, unfortunately, because I'm always like, use your power for good, use your power for good, use your power for good, because you have an audience, you have a following, like
and you have a responsibility.
If you started off in the streets in the gutter, there's nothing wrong with that. But tell niggas how you got out, like show them a way out. Like I love the fact that Jay-Z shifted. You see within his career, he went from his shadow self to his higher conscious self, and he's trying to bring people with him along the way. He's talking about things like wealth now. He's talking about legacies. Like these are conversations that weren't being had in our ghettos and our communities. So I
had 4 debates with a woman about Jay-Z's integrity as an artist. A full debate, because she said she stopped listening to him after 99 Problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Right.
I said, you fucking kidding me? First of all, his body of work before and since then.
Stop. Don't even get me started.
I said that man
since then, since 99 Problems, how many songs that man has written? Not just for himself.
Whole curriculums based off the integrity of his music. They can teach critical thinking courses with his lyrics as the reference text. He's not one of those artists, yo. And you clearly weren't listening to the content of 99 Problems, but a bitch ain't one. He said bitch, and you said that was enough, and you went on about your way. The man is talking about police brutality.
First of all,
but you didn't listen.
First of all, he said, bitch, you got offended. So is that how you align with yourself? Because I was unbothered. It's like that song. It's like, bitches ain't shit but hoes and shit.
You got that dirt off your shoulder.
And I'm like, you're right. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Thank God I'm a goddess. So unbothered. Unaffected.
Don't do me without Sean Carter.
What you're not gonna do when we talk about music is come for Jay-Z. Not over here, you're not. Not over here, you're not. There's a lot of conversations I'll fall back on. You better watch them out.
I'm talking about, and then she was like, he's only as conscious as he is now because of Beyonce. I said, I have no doubt in my mind that she has had some influence, but you ain't gonna get that man no credit for his evolution. The main mama came out as a lesbian. He done had, 3-4 kids now? He couldn't have matured somewhere along those parts of his journey to get to the point where he is now, absent of her just nurturing him, her just having a presence. I was like, nah,
his soul had a desire for something more, unless they wouldn't have even been in alignment.
And he manifested.
They are a beautiful twin flame couple and represented in, in the physical. And I'm like, look at them. Look at the age difference. Look at the pain and the trauma that they went through. Look at the third party, the karmics. There's so much. There's just so
much. And yang energy.
There's so much there. There's so much there. I love that. Definitely twin flame energy. From day one, I was like, yep.
And their number is the number 4.
Yeah, they love that. What's the little girl's name? Ivy, Blue Ivy or something?
Blue Ivy,
I and the V, which I thought was cute. Mm-hmm.
But sis, what you got with us for this oracle message? Because I know you got some heat over there. I still ain't came down from yesterday. I'm still on my cloud. I ain't mad at you no more though. Y'all check my boo out. She did a personal reading for me, man. She sat me down. You hear me? I love it. That's that good big sister energy. Gonna give you what you need, not what you want.
I got all the way cursed out, but I take it. I'll take it with love.
I did. Energetically and verbally, I cussed her ass out because it wasn't what I wanted.
Oh, facts. Before she could even get to me, as I did the reading, I looked at the first card and I said, oh shit, this bitch gonna curse me. Yo. As soon as I looked at the card, I was like, all right, that's what we doing? No problem. I already see what this day is gonna be like.
Check her out, yo. No, she the truth. She stamped. She the truth. And I'm grateful. Ooh, 9 of Swords.
Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Now we're talking about the magician, and we're talking about alchemy, and we're talking about magic. We're talking about things you can't bring with you. Worry is one of those things. He had his back to the 9 of Swords. Why? Because he got to leave that shit where it's at. I'm getting out this bed of worry and fear and trauma and getting out of my head, and I'm stepping forward. As I'm learning that worrying is not changing anything, I'm also learning how to use the tools at my table. Worry is not a part of that recipe. Worry is not a part of that magic. Worry did not come out of that bag.
Nowhere up in there.
Listen, you cannot have faith and fear in the same spot, right? It is the same thing. When you're alchemizing and when you're making your magic, you want to clear your energy and clear your mind. Before I was going to do a reading on myself, and I realized I was so caught up in the emotions. I'm like, I'm not sitting here pulling cards in this energy because I won't get a clear answer. I got to walk away. I got to breathe. I got to meditate. I got to clear my mind. I got to clear my energetic space. And then I can ask the question, because I'm just going to get more of the same problem from that space. It's like, no, your solution and your problem cannot live in the same energy. What are you trying to do? Let go of worry. It will not serve you while you're making your magic. So when you're at that first step from the fool's journey, yeah, you just started on the fool's journey. It's a little scary. You don't really know where you're going. You're trying to figure it out. But now you're at the table. So you're going to take those tools and you're going to sit there and look at them all day and be like, or you're going to be like, or you're going to sit there and be like, all right, well, this is what I got. What can we make? What's for dinner? What's in the cabinet right now? What do we got in the fridge? Because nobody's going to the store. What's for dinner? What can we make happen with what we got here? And how can I make it delicious? And how can I make it delicious? Because it can. Literally. Right?
I had that happen last night. Girl, I had to take my headband off. My crown chakra so lit up and throbbed, and I'm sensitive right now. Like, let me take this off because my shit like throbbing right now. It was something about that worry card. Like, I had to free myself. But that's just like last night.
Purple.
Purple.
Of course. Of course it is.
Ever since I did that 7-day juice fast, I have had this increased desire to cook as a form of meditation, because I used to. I like to get in the kitchen by myself, cut my music on, take my time, not have no distractions or be rushing, and just really enjoy the process. If I can't have it that way when it comes to cooking, I don't want to cook.
Okay.
I don't rush me. I don't want nobody in the kitchen with me. Like, I need all my ingredients. I like to follow a recipe. And so I said once a week at least, I'm going to start back cooking and maybe increase it as time goes on. So this week I made shrimp scampi. Last night I made shrimp scampi, and it was all right. It was not nasty enough. It wasn't nasty at all, but it wasn't like so not good that I couldn't eat it. Like, I was good last night. I was like, it's just missing a little something.
Right.
So I made more than enough for last night. So since I have leftovers, I was like, what can I add? What I got around here that I can add to that shrimp scampi? And I was like, saucy things tend to taste better to me the next day anyway. And so I sauteed some broccoli. I cut up some smoked sun-dried tomatoes.
Nice.
And added some minced garlic and black pepper. Sauteed that, mixed it with that shrimp scampi. Fine. I can't wait till we get off this damn camera. I'm going to eat me some more. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to use the tools that I have, like the magician, after trying that recipe, you know what I'm saying, to manifest the flavor and the experience that I was wanting all along.
Right.
I could have just sat there and worried about it, but like, this ain't it, and then threw my shit away.
Right.
This ain't it, and
Got
wasted
frustrated.
grocery money and time and effort. You know what I'm saying? But I
Mm-hmm.
was like, no, I got other tools, other resources around here. Let me spruce this up a little bit because I have the power to.
Because I
I
have
have
the
the
power
abilities.
to.
So that's
Because I have
much
the
like
power.
our experiences.
It's
Sis.
coming out of your, getting in your head and worrying and stressing solves nothing. And it causes you to be stagnant. You've already made the first step. You started off on your journey. You packed a bag. You took a leap of faith by stepping out that door. Don't get stagnant now. Don't get scared now. Don't start worrying now. Fucking figure it out. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything if you stay in your head. So, all right, now what? Now what? And we get it, you know. Listen, we all been there. Something happens, life happens, you get scared, you get frozen, you work. I get it.
We all
right,
have
now
that
what?
innate, like, response of fight, flight, or freeze.
Mm-hmm.
And when you in your work and when you in your head, that's that freeze. Like you're not making no move. So you stressing about an outcome. Meanwhile, you're not making any moves.
Right. So
you ain't going backwards or forward. You're just
sitting in place, looking around, scared. Well, if I go here, that could happen. That could happen. That could happen. Yeah, anything could happen. Guess what? You could get hit by a car while you're in your house. Did you know that? Oh shit, that's a possibility. Like I'm like, anything can happen. You're gonna live your life.
We never gonna get to Hawaii if the plane don't get off the ground.
Right. You're sit in your house scared of all the possibilities. No, like go live life and fall down and get back up and do some shit and cook a meal and it may not taste right and fix it. You know what I mean? Like fix it. I've been here, damn, I got some lemon, I got some crushed pepper, some Parmesan out. I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna figure it out.
I gave it some Queen of Cups energy. I just gave it a little more love.
Yeah. Listen. When we not
gave it a little more love. That's fine. Look, the fool left behind blame. The magician is leaving behind worry. The fool left behind blame, wanting to expand and wanting to experience his ships coming in.
Right.
With that 3 of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
And took the leap of faith towards that 3 of Pentacles energy, working together to rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Now that he's at the magician stage in the magician energy on the journey, he's moving away from that worry, 9 of Swords, and manifesting that divine, feminine, nurturing, caring, loving, emotionally mature, and emotionally intelligent energy.
Right.
I feel like we could use one more message, sis. I know you got one more for us.
I love it. She knows I love to pull cards.
Yeah. And I just like your voice.
Oh no. Oh,
snap.
Yo, I swear. Yo, I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking right now because I looked at my Divine Abundance deck and I said, I want to pull a card from the Divine Abundance deck. And then this was at the bottom of the deck when I put it down to go pull it. So evidently abundance is the message. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. I was gonna pull a Divine Abundance card. And y'all got it anyway. I'm every day I'm in awe. Every day I'm in awe.
Come on, infinity symbol with the limitless supply.
Yo.
From the Most High.
I just need a minute because wow, yo. You are a limitless being, can manifest anything in the physical reality. Listen, I'm gonna get a Divine Abundance card. I am Go ahead, angels. Go ahead. I listen.
While you do that, I have a book that I want to suggest to the people that I've been reading. I just finished my book from last year that I wrapped the end of 2021 up with, which was The Dance of the Spirit. And this year, I'm starting it off with the Abundance book.
Of course you are. It's a 6th year. What else would you be manifesting? What else would you be manifesting?
Cherry on top. So, you know, I told you, me and my girls, we went and got a sound bath the other day. Totally a surprise. At the end of the sound bath, she gave us a reading. She pulled cards for us each individually, all 4 of us. And then at the end, she did one card that represented all of our energy collectively. It was abundance.
Of course it was. Of course it was. Well, you don't know. It's for the Divine Feminine reading that I did for Friday. 2 abundance cards came up. So basically, that's the energy that we're on. It's lit, and it's all the way lit. I'm so excited about the abundance and prosperity and love and the beauty that's coming in for everyone this year. I love the fact that the whole collective has been set up to win. It's literally a 6th year. The whole collective has just been set up to win. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's literally giving me life.
It's lit. This book.
So we got 2 cards that popped out. Oh, the abundance one. John Randolph Price. Take a screenshot, y'all.
It's a little book, like you can read it in the car on your lunch break. I read it and sitting in the sauna.
Nice.
It's fire. This thing here is powerful and it's cheap. $7.
There you go, guys. I'm with it. $7. Invest in yourself. All right. Are you worth $7? Hello. Is your abundance worth $7? Is your happily ever after worth $7? I'm pretty confident we can all say a heavens yes. Okay.
7 is the number of spiritual mastery and completion.
Listen, we already know it's the God number. So there's a reason for it all. There's a reason for it all. It's not a coincidence. Invite help was the first, or actually 2 cards came out together, of course, because why would it be otherwise? Invite the divine to pursue you. Let's just and take that sentence in for a moment. Invite the divine in to pursue you. Seriously.
That romantic connection between you and the Most High.
That infinity symbol right above the magician head. Seriously. Just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me.
Yes. Yes.
Like, could you? And then divine love. Because how do we start the reading? Okay. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. With detachment. Put everything you got on the table. Put it all out there. I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. Put it all out there. And let the angels, let your ancestors, let your team of light show up for you. Get this abundance, because this is what's there for you. Leave this bullshit behind and step into this. You can manifest anything in your physical reality. Anything meaning positive or negative. You can manifest anything. I'm not saying what you're going to manifest, but you can manifest anything. So what are you working on? What are you putting on the table and giving to the Most High and being like, yo, what we making for dinner? What we cooking right now? My heart is open. What's my boo look like? How can I get ready? How can I get ready for my abundance? How can I get ready for the shift in my career? How can I get ready for love? How can I get ready for wealth and health? Like, how can I get into alignment with all that I truly am? How can I get into alignment with my divine gifts and my birthrights? Because prosperity is your birthright. Abundance is your birthright. Love is your birthright. Well-being is your birthright. Health is your birthright. How can you be further into alignment with that? How can you get into a space where you're just going to receive the downloads and the blessings? How can you just put it all out there and be vulnerable to your team of light, knowing that you're divinely protected and they got your back? Whatever you're creating in this moment, let it be blessed. Open your heart, because if you do it from your heart, you're not gonna make a misstep. But if you're doing
They
it from
right
that place
there
of
in the
fear
divine.
and worry, fear and worry are going to create for you more fear and worry. So if that's what you're putting into your recipe, that's what you're going to get out. But if you're putting abundance, if you're putting love, if you're putting joy into that mix, fire. Your meal is going to be fire. Michelin star rated. All right.
Because it's high vibe. You put high vibe ingredients into it, you're going to get a high vibrational product.
Exactly. People
and
love
then it's a cycle because you put that back into you.
And you listen.
And then you energetically, you put it back out and then it comes back to you. That's the law of reciprocity.
That's our karma. That's our karma, good or bad. When I cook for people, right? I love to cook. I'm a really good cook. I go out of my way to cook. That's part of my love language. And people always wonder how, and I said, I always have a secret ingredient. I love to cook. And this is my love language. So every recipe has love in it. Guaranteed. And you can't get my love anywhere else. So of course my shit's gonna be fire because it's my love going into my mix. But when I have an attitude, shit burns. Okay. I'll burn the fuck house down. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
You don't want me to cook when I'm not in the best space. If my criteria ain't met, all that shit I told you I needed to be the right atmosphere for me to cook, you don't want me to cook. You don't. It ain't gonna come out right. I ain't even gonna waste my food. Like I said before, I don't get stamps. So I ain't got no money to be wasted. Go somewhere. And by the time you come back, I will have poured all kinds of love, time, affection, energy, seasoning into this meal. And it'll be ready for you. But don't come in my kitchen standing over me. and don't rush me.
Okay.
You're trying to be eating a Pop-Tart. Like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I have so enjoyed you. My co-magician. Not my co-defendant, my co-magician. And the next stop on the journey is the High Priestess.
Here we are.
Party with that one.
Here we are. Here we are.
Something we are both very well versed in. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's gonna be lit, y'all.
More angel bumps. Yeah, she coming for us. She coming for us heavy. Soon as you said it, she's like, I was like, all right, it's not your turn yet. Give us a minute. We got you, boo.
Wow.
We got you, boo. She coming for us heavy. She gonna come hard. She gonna come hard. All I want is this for everybody. That's all I want. That's all I want. It's 2022. I dare you to receive and claim this blessing over your life. I dare you to claim this blessing over your 2022. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
Getting rid of that lack mentality, that poverty consciousness. And for some of us, it requires some real work because it's not just our poverty consciousness based on our experiences in this lifetime, especially if you Black. We have poverty consciousness so strong in our DNA from coming from generations and generations and generations of lack and fear.
We have projects that are still projecting that poverty consciousness onto our people. It is not a coincidence that they're called projects. It's not a coincidence that our people, unfortunately, don't see themselves outside of that cycle. You know, it's very hard for people to envision themselves as something better when reality is showing them otherwise. And so that is why it's so important for you as you're the alchemist in your life to realize this is an illusion. And if I move this over here and I shift this over here and I move this over here like this, boom, I could create a better life for myself. There's so many people that I know that I grew up with that have never even like left the city, you know, let alone like travel.
In Memphis, that's a real thing. Like there are people who have never stepped foot outside of Memphis. And it's so much just within this landscape that we don't have that is reflected throughout the rest of the world. You know, where I am, like we don't have a beach, you know, there wasn't a casino within the vicinity up until, you know, I say about 10 or 15 years ago, we got our first casino on the outskirts. Not promoting that or anything, but I'm saying like there's just so much more to life than what's within your vicinity. You gotta step out there.
People in Brooklyn have never been to Manhattan. I'm like, how the fuck you don't go to Manhattan? New York City is the business capital of the world. How could you not go into the city where everybody getting money? You over there doing what? What is so fun in Brooklyn? Ain't shit. Y'all mad crowded and all y'all do is steal shit. Go sit down somewhere.
Steven. Quit stealing.
Crazy.
Quit stealing. Before Autumn and I got together today, had a download. I was leaving the gym. I was getting in the car, and I was the song lyrics to the Weird Science theme song came to mind, and we're gonna put a link or a copy of the lyrics in the description box. But that song is such magician energy. And if you are 80s baby like me and remember that show Weird Science, if I'm not mistaken, I used to love that show.
Movie.
I think I watched every episode. And there's a movie. Yep. But there was these two guys. They were like nerds, and they had built a system to like build the perfect woman. So they used the tools available to them in some very magician energy to produce again what they desired, driven by their desire. And the theme song goes, "It's my creation. Is it real? It's my creation. Some song." From my head, why don't people understand? Weird Science. Y'all.
Anybody remember that besides us? Because as soon as she texted me and I saw the words Weird Science in my head, I started being like, weird. Then I was all
I'm going to, my screen is probably going to go blank. I'm going to Google the words and I'm going to read them to y'all. And we're going to close out just like that. Check me out. Give me 2 seconds.
While she's doing that, everyone, I just want to say thank you for joining us once again. Please go to turquoisemajesty.com. She has beautiful adornments. She does readings. She's just a dope bitch, so you just want to check it out. Go to theenlighteneddaughter.com. Of course. Go to theenlighteneddaughter.com. My sex and life coaching courses are available, as well as doing readings, obviously. And I'm also an ordained minister. So, you know, you're getting married or something, you need somebody to hook you up. I got you. I got you. I do house blessings too. I don't really do funerals because I laugh at funerals and it's inappropriate, but there you have it. And we both have sales going on this month off of our readings. 22% off of all readings. So turquoisemajesty.com or theenlighteneddaughter.com. We got you. We got you. We got you. We got you. We got you.
So
we
the
take
lyrics
this soul
are,
shit very seriously. We don't play with people's readings and we don't play with people's energies.
The lyrics are, from my heart and from my hand, why don't people understand my intention? Plastic tubes and pots and pans, bits and pieces, and the magic from the hand. We're making weird science. Things I've never seen before, behind bolted doors. Talent and imagination, weird science. Not what teacher said to do, making dreams come true. Living tissue, warm flesh, weird science. Plastic tubes and pots and pans, bits and pieces and bits and pieces and bits of my creation. Is it real? It's my creation. It's my creation. Weird science. Magic and technology, voodoo dolls and chants. Electricity we're making, weird science. Fantasy and microchips, shooting from the hip, something different. We're making weird science. Pictures from a magazine, diaphragms and charts, mending broken hearts, and making weird science. Something like a recipe, bits and pieces, bits and pieces, bits of my creation. Is it real? It's my creation. I do not know. No hesitation, no heart of gold. Just flesh and blood. I do not know. I do not know. From my heart and from my hand, why don't people understand my intentions? Weird science.
Call it in, people. Call it in. Call it in. You got the tools in front of you, and you got the Most High who wants to pursue you. Call it in and make some magic. Make some magic. Alchemize your life. Live your best life, man. You have the ability to manifest anything. This is your year to manifest. The magician is coming here to show us the way. Got all the tools in front of you. What you trying to make? Are you gonna make something delicious? And then
you hear that man refer to recipes?
As soon as you said it, you started laughing.
He done named off all the tools. And when he said that part about pictures from a magazine and diagrams, I thought about like how
Vision
doing
board.
a vision board is a
Vision
manifestation. That song is pure magician energy,
Facts.
y'all.
Facts.
Google it. It's on YouTube. Listen to that song when you are needing to tap into your magician energy. Get that book, The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. Iyanla Vanzant is actually she's facilitating the 40-day abundance. And it's so dope. I started on the first 2 days, but I got distracted and didn't finish. And you have to do the full 40 days to keep that energy growing and becoming more potent. But you can do it on your own. She's doing it for free right now. If you sign up on her website and just kind of jump in to get the experience, and then you can continue on from there on your own, because it's all information based off of this book. She's working with the cube of Metatron to help clear the poverty consciousness within the mind, body, and soul, and rewrite the coding of your mind, body, and soul, so that you are able to not talk yourself out of the limitless supply of God's abundance.
Wow.
So with that being said, y'all,
I love it.
Thank you so much for joining us for Inner-Tainment as we are taking the Fool's Journey. We just made a stop at the magician house.
We got his lab. We in the lab. What we
in the lab.
We in the lab.
Made a stop at the magician's lab.
Yep.
And we are on our way to go see the high priestess.
The high priestess. Woo, baby. She coming for us.
We'll keep y'all posted on the date when it will premiere, and it will be over on Turquoise Majesty on my YouTube channel. But until then,
I love you.
Peace.
God loves you. Angels surround you, and we will see you guys soon. Thank you for joining us again.